Kelis Rogers was born on August 21, 1979 in Harlem, New York City, into a family that was as eclectic as her future career would become. Her father, Kenneth, a jazz saxophonist who played with legends like Dizzy Gillespie and Nancy Wilson, and her mother, Eveliss, a fashion designer and entrepreneur, nurtured her creative spirit from an early age. Kelis's name itself, a blend of her parents' names, symbolized the unity of creativity and individuality she would embody. Growing up in the Frederick Douglass Houses, a public housing complex in Manhattan, Kelis was introduced to music at the tender age of 4. Her father often took her to nightclubs, where she would perform alongside him, absorbing the soulful melodies and rhythmic beats of jazz. Simultaneously, her mother encouraged her to explore classical music, enrolling her in violin lessons at just 2 years old. By her teenage years, Kelis had added the saxophone to her repertoire and joined the Girls Choir of Harlem, showcasing her versatility and passion for music. Her childhood, however, wasn't without its challenges. Straddling different cultural and social worlds, Kelis often felt like an outsider. She was too middle class for her Harlem peers and too black for her predominantly white private school classmates. These experiences shaped her fierce individuality and her resolve to stand tall in the face of adversity. Kelis's path to the spotlight began to crystallize when she attended the prestigious LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts. There, she studied drama and theater while forming an R&B girl group that caught the attention of local producers. At just 16 years old, she sang backup vocals for the Gravediggers, a side project of the Wu-Tang Clan's RZA, solidifying her place in the music scene. Around this time, however, conflicts with her parents reached a boiling point, and she was asked to leave home. Determined to succeed, she worked various jobs, bartending and retail, while chasing her dream of a music career. Fate intervened when a friend introduced her to Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo, the duo known as the Neptunes. Their chemistry was undeniable, and they helped Kelis land a deal with Virgin Records. In 1999, her debut album Kaleidoscope was released, featuring the iconic single Caught Out There. The song, with its fiery refrain, "I hate you so much right now," became an anthem for scorn lovers everywhere, propelling Kelis into the spotlight. Her unique style, a fusion of R&B, soul, and experimental beats, set her apart from her peers. With vibrant visuals and bold fashion choices, Kelis quickly became a trendsetter. She also gained further recognition for her collaboration with Old Dirty Bastard on the hit single Got Your Money, which climbed the Billboard Hot 100. Kelis had arrived, and the music world took notice. Yet beneath the surface of her meteoric rise, storm clouds were gathering, foreshadowing the challenges and betrayals that would soon test her resolve. As Kelis's star rose with her debut album Kaleidoscope, her unique sound, style, and bold persona seemed unstoppable. The collaboration with the Neptunes, Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo, was celebrated as a groundbreaking partnership. Together, they created hits that resonated globally, setting the stage for Kelis as an artist to watch. However, behind the scenes, the reality of their partnership was far more complicated. Kelis would later reveal that her relationship with the Neptunes wasn't the dream team it appeared to be. She claimed that she was misled about her earnings from the first 2 albums, Kaleidoscope and its follow-up, Wonderland. According to Kelis, she was assured that the profits from their work would be split equally between her and the Neptunes, 33% each. Instead, she alleged, she ended up with nothing from the album sales. In interviews, Kelis expressed her frustration, admitting she had signed contracts as a young and inexperienced artist, trusting the people she considered friends. "I was told we were going to split the whole thing 33-33-33, she later explained, which we didn't do. She pointed to Pharrell and Chad's management and legal teams, claiming that the deception was orchestrated to leave her without proper compensation. While she made money from touring, it took years before she realized how little she had earned from her recorded music. This betrayal stung even more because it came from people Kelis believed were in her corner. Their argument is, "Well, you signed it," she explained, and I'm like, "Yeah, I signed what I was told, and I was too young and too stupid to double check it." The tension between Kelis and the Neptunes eventually led to a fallout. Her second album, Wonderland, was released in 2001, but it was rejected by her label in the United States, leaving it available only in Europe. Virgin Records wanted Kelis to re-record the album to make it more commercially viable, but she refused, standing firm in her creative vision. The lack of support from her label marked the beginning of a turbulent period in her career. Looking back, Kelis has acknowledged that the betrayal was a harsh lesson about the music industry. That whole period was just awful, she said. It felt like someone reading your diary and saying, change it. Well, you know what? I preferred not to do that, even if it ruined me. This period solidified Kelis's reputation as an artist who would not compromise her authenticity, even when it came at a great personal and professional cost. Though the Neptunes played a pivotal role in launching her career, the breakdown of their relationship highlighted the darker side of the music business, a recurring story for many young artists. Kelis's determination to move forward, despite these challenges, showcased her resilience and laid the groundwork for her next chapter, both personally and professionally. In 2002, Kelis's life took a turn that seemed like a fairy tale beginning. At a party, she met rapper Nas, one of the most respected names in hip-hop. Nas approached her with bold confidence, telling her he'd been looking for her for years and wanted to make her his wife. The chemistry between them was undeniable, and their whirlwind romance quickly became a love story that captivated fans and media alike. Nas and Kelis shared a bond that seemed almost predestined. They discovered their fathers had once played in the same jazz band, adding an extra layer of serendipity to their connection. By 2003, the couple had tied the knot in a civil ceremony, and in 2005, they celebrated their union with a lavish wedding that was the talk of the entertainment world. To the public, they were a power couple, representing the fusion of hip-hop royalty and R&B elegance. Amid this personal happiness, Kelis continued to make waves in her career. Her third album, Tasty, released in 2003, featured the chart-topping single Milkshake, a song that became a cultural phenomenon.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and their life is better than yours, damn right.
With its infectious beat and playful lyrics, Milkshake dominated the airwaves, earning her a Grammy nomination and cementing her place as a pop culture icon. The album's success further elevated Kelis and Nas as a couple, positioning them as a force in music and style. Behind the scenes, however, cracks were forming in their seemingly picture-perfect marriage. Kelis would later reveal that the relationship was tumultuous from the start, marked by red flags she initially ignored. She admitted that her youth and naivety contributed to her staying in a situation that became increasingly toxic over time. Fame, she said, exacerbated the problems, adding pressure to an already volatile relationship. In 2009, Kelis filed for divorce from Nas, citing irreconcilable differences. She was 7 months pregnant with their first child at the time, adding another layer of complexity to an already emotional situation. Their divorce quickly turned messy, with both sides accusing each other of wrongdoing. Kelis claimed Nas had been physically abusive throughout their relationship, allegations that Nas has repeatedly denied. He countered with accusations of his own, including claims that Kelis was verbally abusive and jealous of his daughter from a previous relationship. Despite the turmoil, Kelis gave birth to their son, Night, in July 2009, just months before the divorce was finalized in 2010. The custody battle that followed became highly publicized, with Nas alleging that Kelis was withholding access to their son, while she accused him of being an absentee parent who failed to provide adequate support. For Kelis, the breaking point came when she saw the infamous photos of Rihanna after her assault by Chris Brown in 2009. The images were a stark reminder of her own experiences, and she resolved to leave the toxic environment for the sake of her unborn child. Seeing those photos changed everything, she said. I realized that love isn't enough. The divorce marked a turning point for Kelis, both personally and professionally. She channeled her pain into reinvention, taking a step back from the spotlight to focus on her own healing and growth. Her journey through love and heartbreak was far from over, but it was clear that Kelis was determined to rise above the challenges she faced. After the tumult of her divorce and the public scrutiny that followed, Kelis embarked on a journey of reinvention, focusing on her passions beyond music. She took a step back from the spotlight to rediscover herself, finding solace in creative outlets that reflected her personal growth and evolving identity. One of Kelis's most surprising transformations was her foray into the culinary world. Always passionate about food, she decided to formalize her interest by enrolling at the prestigious Le Cordon Bleu Culinary School. There, she trained as a saucier, mastering the art of creating rich, flavorful sauces. Cooking became more than a hobby. It was a therapeutic escape and a new way to express her creativity. Kelis didn't stop at culinary school. She launched her own line of gourmet sauces, Bounty and Full, blending her love for bold flavors with her entrepreneurial spirit. Her brand reflected her unique style, featuring products inspired by her travels and personal recipes. As she transitioned into the role of a celebrity chef, Kelis hosted cooking specials on platforms like Netflix and Food Network, showcasing her talents to a new audience. In 2014, Kelis released her sixth studio album, Feuds, a project that perfectly encapsulated her dual passions for music and cooking. The album was praised for its soulful, retro-inspired sound, with tracks like Jerk Ribs and Rumble serving as a nod to her love for flavorful cuisine. Released under the independent label Ninja Tune, Feuds marked a departure from her earlier work, showcasing a more mature and introspective artist. Beyond her culinary ventures, Kelis became a dedicated activist and advocate for causes close to her heart. She worked with organizations such as Hope-Filled Animal Sanctuary, the Humane Society, and the World Wildlife Fund, using her platform to promote animal rights and environmental conservation. As a vegetarian since childhood and a committed vegan in her later years, Kelis aligned her lifestyle with her advocacy, leading by example for her fans and her growing family. Kelis also championed representation and empowerment in the arts, creating spaces for diverse voices to shine. In 2020, she opened a plant-based coffee shop in Los Angeles called Coffee and Plants, combining her passion for sustainability with her commitment to giving back. For every few cups sold, a tree was planted, reinforcing her dedication to environmental impact. Despite stepping away from the mainstream music scene, Kelis continued to release singles and make sporadic appearances, reminding fans that her artistry was still alive. She embarked on anniversary tours for her early albums, revisiting the music that had catapulted her to fame while embracing the person she had become. Through her culinary ventures, music, and activism, Kelis reinvented herself as a multifaceted artist and entrepreneur. She proved that her talents extended far beyond the stage, building a legacy that celebrated creativity, resilience, and a refusal to be boxed into a single identity. The past few years have been a whirlwind for Kelis, marked by personal loss, public controversy, and the promise of new beginnings. In 2021, her life took a heartbreaking turn when her husband, photographer Mike Mora, was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer. Despite their efforts to make the most of the time they had, Mora passed away in March 2022 at the age of 37, leaving Kelis to navigate life as a single mother to their 3 children. Even in the face of such profound loss, Kelis has continued to show her resilience. Retreating to her serene farm in California's wine country, she found solace and inspiration in her peaceful surroundings, balancing motherhood and her creative passions. However, life threw Kelis into the spotlight again in 2022 when Beyoncé's album Renaissance stirred controversy. A track titled Energy used an interpolation of Kelis's iconic hit Milkshake.
Energy.
But Kelis was not informed or credited in the way she expected. She called out both Beyoncé and the Neptunes, accusing them of a lack of respect and transparency. Her vocal stance reignited debates about the exploitation of artists in the music industry and the ongoing struggles for fair treatment and acknowledgement. Despite these challenges, Kelis has been focused on new creative ventures. In 2024, she embarked on an enriching journey across East Africa, drawing inspiration from the continent's beauty and diversity. This led to her latest project, a children's book titled 71 Wonders of Africa, which highlights the continent's cultural richness through the eyes of a young protagonist. Kelis has also revealed she is nearing the completion of her first album in a decade, slated for release in 2025, a body of work fans have eagerly awaited. Kelis's journey is one of strength, authenticity, and reinvention. From groundbreaking hits to personal setbacks, she's remained true to herself, inspiring fans worldwide. What do you think of Kelis's incredible resilience and creativity? Are you excited about her upcoming projects? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you love this deep dive into her life, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to True Celebrity Stories, and click the bell icon to stay updated on the fascinating lives of your favorite stars. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with another captivating story on True Celebrity Stories.